Welcome to another episode. We took a little brief hiatus, I think, of a week. To another episode of Unlicensed Techs. I'm Dave. This is... I don't remember.
I don't remember who you are.
Okay, cool. Let's just go. You might notice we're in a different location.
Why? I was never told why. I was just told to show up.
Because we are in the middle of renovating a permanent recording studio right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why it looks a little different.
I'm just the unpaid help. I don't know what's going on.
Wait, I get paid?
Oh, you weren't supposed to know that part.
Oh. Okay. No one tells me these things. I'm always the last to know when money goes in my bank account.
Apparently, you're not the last to know with your style of decor and colors.
What? Like blue, white, and gray.
I can tell.
Always colors.
I mean, the team that doesn't have a winning season that often.
We're at 500 right now. And we have a tie. It's very unusual. I don't know if I should be bragging.
I wouldn't brag about having a tie.
Okay. So
Usually a tie is not a good thing. It means you both lost.
we both scored 40 points that game. I don't know who's the loser in that situation.
Listen, F1's having a better time than the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh.
So this is it was supposed to be last week, but whatever. This
is a
is
vacation.
Yeah.
To sunny Bermuda.
What? Wait, you went on vacation? Why didn't you take me? You know how terrible my life is sometimes.
I didn't go on vacation. I was working. The middle of the school year. You think I'm going on vacation anywhere?
Yes.
Oh.
Every other teacher does it.
I don't. I usually have leftover days at the end of the year and get yelled at.
Well, before we get started with all this, we were having a conversation. If I remember correctly, you were telling me you didn't like My Hero Academia. Why?
I just never got into it. I just never could read. It wasn't my thing.
It's a good show.
I'd have to try to watch it again, I guess. Maybe I was watching it because it was like usually on late at night.
Oh, okay.
And I was half asleep, so I was like, I don't know what I'm watching.
Okay.
I'd have to try watching it again.
I would. I highly recommend it.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. All right.
College try. No? Okay, cool.
I don't know. That the old college try means nothing nowadays, apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's
you can take basket weaving. Actually, you could take that when I was in school.
You could take that in high school.
No. You could get it a bachelor's in basket weaving.
You're kidding me.
No. I don't know what to do with it when you graduate, but you can.
Ladies and gentlemen, our education system is down the toilet. You should just go to trade school.
Or become a monk. That works too.
Yeah, you get to taste a lot of beer. Yeah. The only bad part is you have to shave your head.
I think they did away with that.
Okay.
Because it was just...
I know me and someone else wanted to become monks because we got tired of everything.
I don't know. They could call you Little Tom.
Yeah.
Instead of Little John.
Yeah.
You become friends with Robin Scarf or something.
Robin the Fabulous?
Yes, the hipster version of Robin Hood.
Oh boy.
Oh,
yeah. We're just trying to figure out exactly how to segue into this because I know nothing about
death and destruction.
Yeah.
And
since this is the beginning of True Crime Month. Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot what it's called.
Halloween at the end of the month, we figure true crime is the closest that some people will allow themselves to get to being scared or terrified or, in this case, confused, probably.
I don't know. I saw almost at the point this comes out every season of Monsters on Netflix.
Have you started the new one?
Yeah, it was good.
I haven't watched it yet.
I like it.
I'm gonna watch it, I think, tomorrow.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
He's an interesting.
Yeah.
He is a very
really was.
interesting person. Ed Gein, if you guys don't know who we're talking about.
It's like Ed Munson. No, Ed Keen? It was Keen. It was something.
Gein.
Keen.
He was, he was a very special child.
Yes.
Yeah, he would wear skin of dead people. Not necessarily that he killed, but dead people.
He was the inspiration for Psycho.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
From what I saw of the preview of the Monster series, it's very.
It's very prominent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that, and looking forward to it.
Yeah.
The Dahmer one was okay.
I'm also trying to understand why the show Sister Wives is still on the air. I will admit I did watch it. I stopped. Maybe.
Obviously not.
I don't know why they needed a season 20 when there's only one person married to that guy now instead of 5.
Sister Wives.
I don't know. He in the first episode was like, I'm monogamous now.
You've been monogamous?
Yeah, he only wants the one girl, and the lady is not happy about that. She wants multiple wives, even though she was pissed that he had multiple wives.
She wants to pick them out.
Yeah.
She wants the cute young ones that.
She wants the full control like a lot of people we know.
Well, you always have that couple that always wants to micromanage everything.
Yep. I guess we should segue.
We're not talking about anybody in particular. Don't worry.
Saying that. I was just going to say we should dive into. Let's just go.
Everybody knows about the Georgia church murders. Okay. Yes, that's what they're called.
I did not know that.
The Georgia church murders. They happened in 1985. So this is like true crime / wrongful conviction /
Wait, is that what we're talking about today?
The Georgia church murders?
Yeah. Oh.
What did you think we were talking about?
Oh, wow. Okay, so that was an interesting segue without realizing. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going into this blind.
You're going into this very blind.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Is Waco on the list as well?
Ooh, I should do Waco.
No.
I've done Waco before. This was something that was like not really, hasn't been really done a lot that I could see.
That's true.
I just read a book on it, actually, written by somebody who grew up in the town that this happened in.
Right.
And it was really interesting.
But unlike half the people that did Waco, they don't talk about how the ATF loves shooting dogs.
Well, the nature's alarm system.
Yeah.
Anyway, how we got on Waco, I don't know. Anyway, it must be the Texas thing.
Oh, yeah. Yep, Dallas, yep.
All right, so this happened in 1985, the year before I was born. So I don't remember it, yes. I wouldn't have even remembered if it was the year I was born. Anyway, so it was a Monday night. So they had like their Monday night missions, missions committee. So there was it was one of the deacons. His name was let me make sure I have it right. It is Harold. And his wife was Thelma.
Harold and Velma.
Thelma Swan.
Thelma Swan.
They were black couple. This was a very black area, as much as the South was. And this was one of those small little towns that, everybody knows everybody. Nothing.
Nothing really happens.
Nothing really happens. Nothing happens. So then they see this person come into their church. It was around. I have the time somewhere. I don't have the time. But it was during their mission prayer meeting, so it was late evening.
Yeah, so it's like 7-ish.
Yeah,
it probably wasn't, but let's
yeah, it's close enough. And so then this white man came in asking to see Deacon Harold Swan.
Yeah.
So of course they're like, okay, sure, we'll go get him for you. So he walks in. Comes over to the guy, and they see them talking. All of a sudden, they hear a shot, and his wife jumps up and runs towards the door. And as she walks to the door, she's shot. And then everybody scatters. One of the ladies faints. Kind of a normal reaction, I think, in that case. And everybody scattered. The cops showed up. And it was not just a bad crime scene. It was a bad experience for the whole town because they were a well-loved. To be a deacon in the town was a big deal back then. That was like you had your pastor and your deacon. Like he was the one that everybody knew, could count on, everything. And so they started looking around for this gunman. Everybody had a different description of him.
Description?
Everybody saw somebody different. They all agreed on a white man. That was easy to. It's a black community.
Yeah.
Kind of stands out like a sore thumb. But
unless you paint it, that's sore thumb. That is. Because if it's swollen black, you could just paint the whole nail black. But yes, you were saying. Continue.
The biggest thing is they're arguing about the hair, how long the hair was, the facial hair, this or that, or the other thing. And a lot of the stories changed. So then they'd re-interview them and like, oh well, no, actually I think he was this or he was that. So they're not playing tricks on them, which that's normal when you talk to victims of crime. One thing we're taught in criminal justice is stories do change because people remember certain things, but then that overshadows something that they said before, and then they make it too big of it. So anyway, they had no solid suspects for years.
Was there smoke detectors?
Why was there people?
The church. Never mind.
Why?
Never mind. There'll be the three people that get that.
Why do there need to be smoke detectors?
There doesn't. But if there's a chirp from the smoke detector.
Okay.
This being less funny and more stereotypical, and I'm going to stop.
I'm totally confused right now. Anyway,
I'll explain it to you later.
Okay. So, the other thing about this whole thing is that the sheriff of the town was very corrupt.
Okay.
It was one of those legacy towns where the sheriff's father was the sheriff, whose grandfather was the sheriff.
Yep.
Even though he was elected.
He wasn't really elected.
He was elected.
He was, my father did this. And,
and it got to the point where the two investigators that were working on it, the one was from the sheriff department and one was GBI, which is the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, their version of the state FBI. They got to the point where they were told, well, you haven't made any headway in it. Goodbye. Because they weren't allowed to follow certain leads. It was a mess. And as they were, looking into this, then more and more things started coming forward with the sheriff, and that plays a part in later. This sheriff, this was during the whole war on drugs type deal, and there was a highway that went right by this town, and that was a big drug highway because it was like a straight shot up this coast. So they were allowed to take whatever money they caught on these drug busts to use it for like stuff for the municipal service. That was the agreement that the government made with these small towns is you keep any money you get on these drug busts and use it for your police department, any town, infrastructure stuff. Well, as I'll explain a little more later, he definitely used it for a little more than that. So it went cold, and then in the early 2000s. So now, this is, 15...
No, 15
years.
No, 15, 20, 25 years-ish. Yeah.
No, it's 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
1985 to 2000 was 15, so it's 15. Yeah,
that's a lot of math there.
It is. So a guy named Dennis Perry was arrested because apparently a minority of the majority of the a minority of the majority of the crime of the wow, I'm drawing a complete blank right now.
With your notes in front of you.
Yeah, I know. What is it? The word that's escaping me. Evidence. All the evidence pointed minimally to him. So that's why they figured they'd arrest him.
Okay.
Yeah, nearly 18 years after the murder, he was convicted. Somehow, some way, we figured out he did it.
Did he though? I mean,
Did
because it's
So, it relied heavily on witness testimony. So, now this is where that money comes in that we were talking about, that the sheriff was supposed to be using for infrastructure.
Yeah.
Including one woman who received a reward for her testimony. They just wanted to button this case up.
a reward.
Mm-hmm. His alibi had inconsistencies, which is 18 years later. I'm sorry, I don't even remember what I was doing 18 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Wait.
And DNA evidence wasn't part of trial technology, and it wasn't like
it wasn't like something
really
that they can do anything
and
with.
Plus, it was 1985. Well,
1985. They weren't trying to collect any of that. They were just like, oh, there's a body. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And let's go and figure it out.
Yeah.
And he maintained his innocence from day one, saying, I didn't kill those people. I never even met them. 9 times out of 10, you would believe somebody when they say, I've never met these people in my life. And one of the biggest things that I forgot to mention that they found at the scene were these glasses that fell off the gunman that were pitted and been repaired and everything.
Yeah.
So he was a welder and everything. So they kept saying, oh no, they belong to this guy. And it's just like he never wore glasses in his life, actually. So I don't know how he would be wearing glasses for this.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
Well, what was his profession at that time?
I don't remember what his profession was at this time.
Because if it was a welder, then maybe he can...
I don't believe he was the welder.
Okay.
Yeah,
because if he wasn't a welder, then I can see how...
Let's pull this up.
Because, I mean, that would be... I don't know, if you're doing a real investigation, your first clue on who the person is.
Yeah, we'll go with real investigation on this one.
Especially because I know that's how it's done nowadays.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
So, I mean, as you're pulling that up, it's yeah. I mean, but again, that's different nowadays, I guess, because.
Let's see.
At least I know that's how it is with SVU and that.
We'll rewind a couple decades here. So in 1988, he was a suspect.
Okay.
But they cleared him because of his alibi. At that time, was very solid.
Yeah.
Okay, that was only 3 years after you're pretty sure you know what you were doing.
Yeah.
X amount of day. And plus, he was at work hundreds of miles away the day of the shooting. They also showed the woman at the church who spoke with the shooter. So remember the one that greeted the shooter?
Yeah.
And in a photo lineup, and they included Perry, and she did not identify him. That was a not identify him.
Okay.
So, all right. And plus, he didn't wear glasses.
I mean, that would be your first.
That's your first clue right there.
But again, I'm not a corrupt cop, so I can't tell you if that's actually a first clue or not.
So, now going forward to the 15 years when he was convicted, and the reward, William Smith was the sheriff of the town, offered $40,000, which was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially down south, back then, of seized drug-related civil forfeiture money to a friend and former sheriff's deputy to solve the murders. Okay, great. Then they paid a informant $25,000 to testify.
Wait. Wait, what?
So the $40,000 was to bring in another investigator.
Yeah, that I get.
Right? Then they found a witness willing to testify for a sum of money.
That testimony should already get thrown out because
it was a reward.
No, that should get
That came forward.
That should get thrown
I know
out.
This. I know this. But when you have the sheriff's department already corrupted. It's not really going to help you much.
I guess.
So the incentivized witness, that means paid, for those of you that don't know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Provided a purported motive for the murders, and she also visited 2 of the women who had been present in the church and suggested to them that Perry was responsible for the murder. So it's like one of those, well, no, you saw him there. He definitely was there.
Tried to taint their
Witness tampering.
Well, yeah.
That's literally what it's called. Witness tampering. And then, so at trial, one of those women testified that Perry looked exactly like the shooter. Remember, they had so many differences in opinions about what the shooter looked like. But all of a sudden, 15 years later, this is exactly what the shooter looked like.
No, it's a flag.
Pretend there's a picture right here. Actually, this is exactly what the shooter looked like 15 years later. Probably a little grayer, but
So you
have hair and a beard, and you're white, and so you look like him.
That's racially profiling. I feel like that's also.
I don't know how you get racially profiled by a white sheriff if you're a white guy.
I don't know.
All right. The other woman who had previously failed to identify Perry in a photo lineup in 1988, so remember the one that
magically didn't know who he was at that time?
Right.
Yeah.
Testified that Perry looked like the shooter, but she could not be sure.
Wow.
The reward sought by the informant who showed these women Perry's photograph was never disclosed to Perry's defense team. So in trials, you have to disclose everything.
Yeah.
When you're doing
there's just a lot of
discovery or witnesses. Yeah, everybody thinks, you just spring stuff up. No. They actually have to share what information they have to the other side, and the other side has to share the information with
It's like a pre-trial or something like that. Yeah.
Pre-trial discovery.
Yeah.
And what you see on TV sometimes is not always what happens.
Yeah.
For the 98% of the time, they play very clean and fair, and everything goes to them, everything goes to them. Call it a day.
Yeah.
See you in court. Because actually, honestly, at the end of the day, half these guys go golfing with each other on the weekends. They don't hate each other.
Yeah, I know. One of our mutual friends has a story about that where they went across the street from the courthouse and they were sitting down having breakfast at a diner, and it was just like, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this, 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 and this. You're okay with that? And they're like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
And then they become enemies
the second they go through those doors. Yeah.
But then they're fine. I mean, there are some lawyers that genuinely do hate other lawyers because they think that they practice shady law.
Yeah.
They are the ones that practice shady law, and everybody hates them for it. So it's, whatever. So Perry was arrested in 2000, said that. He was interrogated without counsel.
Well, was he asked if he wanted his counsel present?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. But his statements were not recorded. So remember that, too. He repeatedly told law enforcement that he did not know anything about the murders. He then made the mistake of engaging in a hypothetical conversation with the officers, telling them that he would undo the murders if he could, and speculating with them how and why the murders may have occurred. So remember, no recordings.
Yeah.
No legal presence. Hypothetical conversation. Okay. But when officers asked Perry where he stashed the gun, he told them they were putting words in his mouth.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. At the trial, 2 officers testified about Perry's hypothetical statements and called them a confession. Remember, hearsay. The jury's going to take the word of somebody who's on trial for murder or somebody who wears the badge.
I'm not liking where this is going.
It gets interesting. So, the deputy who was paid to solve the case, however, also testified that Perry had said he was at the church the night of the murders. Which, remember...
Wait, I thought he wasn't.
He wasn't. But the deputy who was paid to solve the cases said he was.
I feel like there's a lot that's going on here that I'm...
See, here's some of the sketches. We should put these up. I'll send them to you.
Yeah, send me them.
Like in this little spot right here. Yeah. Because you will see the differences. These are the four These are the four composites.
Yeah.
Do any of them look the same?
No.
Okay.
They have like the same outline, but they're not the same at all.
That's the final composite that they did.
And what did the guy
They took
look
all
like?
the point. Do we have a picture of him? This is what he looks like now. Nothing. I'll see if I can find a picture of him.
All right. Yeah, just send it to me.
So he was convicted in 2003. So this took 3 years ago. At trial, the jury did not see Perry's time cards that would have provided an alibi and that cleared him in 1988 because his employer had closed down and the records were gone.
You're supposed to keep them either way for tax purposes.
After his conviction, the state's informant was paid $12,000, which also was never disclosed. The person making out like a bandit. Just for saying whatever she's putting in her mouth.
Yeah.
So, now this is where it gets interesting. After the jury found Perry guilty, the prosecutor agreed not to ask for the death penalty in exchange for Perry giving up his right to appeal. So this is that.
What?
Yeah. He gave up his right to appeal so that he didn't face the death penalty.
But that
means the lawyer knew that there was something wrong with the case, but he didn't want to admit it, and he wanted to make sure this conviction stuck.
Yeah.
So Perry was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences, which, for those of you that don't know, it's
like 85 years, I think.
It's 30-something. A life sentence is not actually considered a full life. There is an end to the life sentence because life expectancy is only till 80. So that's why
it's like 79 or something.
So that's why they do consecutive life sentences, because then the person's never getting out. They're not running at the same time. That's one, and then
right after the other.
So, this is what we have so far. Remember this. All the witnesses agree that the perpetrator was white. Okay? I'm not going to argue that.
Yeah.
In his late 20s or early 30s, you can usually tell. Had on dark clothes. And that could mean anything. That could be blue or black.
Yeah, it could be whatever is dark in that.
As long as it's not white or tan. He looked to be approximately 5'6" to 5'8", which actually is not a bad difference in height. What you're thinking of, it's only 2 inches, which is very hard to tell when you're shooting. With a medium or slight build. Some remembered him wearing glasses, others didn't. Most thought he was clean-shaven, but one remembered a mustache.
It's oddly particular.
All right.
That only one person...
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, in 2015, the Georgia Innocence Project secured DNA testing on the remaining physical evidence collected at the crime scene and used at trial. Buttons from the perpetrator's clothing, because they were found at the crime scene, shell casings, and the church telephone wires that had been cut. He cut the church telephone wires called cuts.
Okay, because that wasn't brought up in the beginning of it all.
Unfortunately, there was not enough usable DNA on any of the items.
It's about 35 years, yeah.
30 years later,
Yeah.
there's not really going to be much. So then, this is where it gets interesting, because in comes a reporter from the Atlantic Journal Constitution that was from that area. He knew that area very well.
Okay.
So he got wind of the whole story, and he got permission from his editor to go at it.
Yeah.
Which, that's what he was excited about. He got
Yeah.
to go after this story and go charging. So, the case received more media attention in 2018 from another podcast called Undisclosed,
No.
which is actually a really good true crime podcast if you guys are looking for a good one. I don't know if it's still around, actually. In which dedicated reporters thoroughly reinvestigated the case, distilling thousands of pages and hundreds of suspects into a few promising leads.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the reporter honed in on one suspect in particular after uncovering that his original alibi had been fabricated.
I see.
Yeah. So then the Georgia Innocence Project investigator, Mr. Gross, collected DNA evidence from a relative of the suspect because the suspect refused to give him DNA. So he got it from the mom. So in 2019, they filed a habeas petition in Coffee County on behalf of Dennis Perry. Now remember, Dennis Perry couldn't appeal.
Yeah. So was it shot down?
What?
Was it shot down?
No, because he didn't request it. He didn't appeal.
But it's on his behalf, though. I thought it would
his
be...
behalf. It's not. He didn't file the motion.
Oh, okay.
They filed the Georgia Innocence Project.
Oh, okay. So
filed
as
the
long
motion.
as he doesn't
Yep.
do it. All right.
So in 2020, Perry's legal team from the Georgia Innocence Project and King and Spalding presented the new DNA evidence, alternate suspect information, and proof of official misconduct to the then Brunswick Judicial Circuit District Attorney Jackie Johnson. All right. So, rather than correcting the clear, wrongful, and unjust conviction, Johnson refused to consent to a new trial for Perry and instead sought to delay by requesting that the Georgia Bureau of Investigation reopen the investigation of the 1985 murders.
Okay.
As a result, Georgia Innocence Project and King and Spalding filed an extraordinary motion for new trial in EMNT, which is, I can give you the definition of that. That's actually not the, it's for newfound DNA evidence. So it means we got to get this to trial based on X, Y, and Z and do it now.
Okay.
And requested a hearing as soon as possible, given that Perry remained in prison amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So District Attorney Johnson fought hard to defend the conviction and keep Perry in prison by having the original trial prosecutor, John Johnson. What is with these people with the same, like Jackie Johnson, John Johnson?
It's the South.
I guess so. There's
a lot of Johnsons down there.
An external contract attorney, Andrew, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name.
He's Jewish.
Okay. Vigorously
A lot of vowels.
Yeah. Vigorously opposed the motion primarily on technical grounds. At the contested EMNT hearing in July, Perry's legal team introduced proof of
Prosecution?
No. What?
Prosecution?
No. Prosecutorial misconduct, so misconduct by the prosecutor.
It's a big word. Why couldn't you just say that?
And the new DNA evidence, along with testimony from several witnesses who testified the alternate suspect had admitted to committing the murders. And I'll get into why they said he confessed after we find out who he is. Okay? All right.
Well, we know he's a white guy.
Good for us. Good job, Sherlock.
You're welcome.
All right.
Watson. Whoa.
Brunswick Judicial Circuit Superior Court Judge Stephen Scarlett. What are these people with the same initials that are SS, JJ? Come on. Have some... Whatever.
I said it's the South.
Granted the EMNT on July 17th, 2020, overturning Perry's conviction. On July 23rd, 2020, Judge Scarlett ordered that Perry be released from prison on his own recognizance to await DA Jackie Johnson's decision whether to dismiss the underlying charges. All right. Fast forward. 1 year after Dennis Perry was released from the Coffee County Correctional Facility, Judge Stephen Scarlett granted Brunswick District Attorney Keith Higgins' motion to dismiss all charges.
Okay.
Notice how the district attorney changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't like the other one.
Let's see.
The dismissal officially exonerated Perry of the 1985 double murder of Harold and Thelma Swan. So that means they have another suspect, correct? All right.
Correct. Well,
So
supposedly.
the did I not put down? No.
I mean, the other... I'm just surprised that...
Took him 21
it took him 21 years.
21 years.
If you
This
really
guy was
think
sitting
about
in
it,
prison.
yeah, a lot has changed in 21 years from the 80s.
I know. It had. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so the whole thing with the other suspect, I'll get his name. I didn't put it down for some reason.
How dare you?
I know.
You're fired. No longer allowed to do true crime stuff. You're fired. After this month, of course.
Because,
Wow.
hold you, I have to,
To bam.
bam, here he is.
It's a Georgia man, though. It can, maybe.
Erik Sparre.
Oh.
Looks like a- Do you remember this happening?
No.
Oh. Because this was,
That's not what I was expecting.
anyway. So,
Wow.
yeah. Back when they originally were investigating,
Yeah.
they interviewed this witness who said they knew Erik from pretty much from the Southern Mafia, if you want to basically say it that way. They were in jail under conviction of trafficking weapons and machine guns.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally machine guns, like belt-fed
Oh.
machine guns. Yeah. Dixie Mafia is what they call them. And so
Yeah, they are.
they said, oh, yeah, we know this person because they was an own affiliate. And so they were like, all right, so give us, if you want to tell us what you know about him, lesser sentence,
Yeah.
Which, of course, they were like, yeah, he came in drunk to a party one day and said, oh, I shot those
Yeah.
two black people at that church. Okay, that's pretty damning evidence, if you ask me. Literally saying, oh, I shot those people.
Yeah.
When they interviewed him, he was like, oh, I was just mouthing off because I heard about it. Well, okay.
No one usually mouths off like that, but okay.
Well, he was a drunk white supremacist.
Wait.
He was a white. He didn't like black people. He's white.
You don't look white.
I know. He don't look white, but he's white.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway. So, yeah, they finally convicted him. And come to find out, his son is also a murderer. That wasn't our fault, probably.
No.
And people started realizing, his family started realizing definitely was something up because he went and hid at a family member's house. And
Yeah.
literally wouldn't leave the house, wouldn't do anything because they were bleeding down his neck. And then he got all upset because they went after his mom for DNA. It was a whole thing. And finally, they finally got a conviction. finally put the right person behind bars. I don't think they even said how many he got. But his son is on death row. But
Where?
Florida. He was the Craigslist killer.
Oh,
His son was the Craigslist killer. Yes.
the one in New York? I thought there was one in New York, a Craigslist killer.
David Sparre.
I don't remember, but that's what I thought.
Let's see. It says right here.
Unless I'm thinking of a different person.
So let's see. His son, David Sparre, is on Florida's death row for the 2010 murder of Tiara Poole in Jacksonville. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so not who I'm thinking.
No.
Because there is, unless I'm thinking of a completely different person, there is like a Craigslist killer that did a lot in Bellport.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
So, court records from a 2017 evidentiary hearing for David Sparre in Duval County show at one point his father, Erik Sparre, was a witness.
Interesting.
His own son. Yeah, I know, right? As was his grandmother, Gladys Sparre. Prosecutors said a DNA sample submitted by Gladys Sparre was pivotal in exonerating Dennis Perry and implicating her son. Here. Oops.
So there was enough DNA, is
Yes.
what you're saying.
There was enough DNA, and here's the lovely couple that were killed. Doesn't that look like black grandpa that would make some good barbecue? Yeah, that's why I said that.
He ran a barbecue?
Yeah, he was a
Oh.
barbecue.
All right.
And yeah. And basically, admittance of guilt, Erik Sparre asked for a speedy trial. Which
No.
basically means get it over with.
Yeah.
I did it. Just do the formalities and put me in jail.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he can thank his mother and child for really screwing him over on that one. But yeah, so that was the book is really good. It is called
There's a book.
written by the reporter who did the investigating.
Yeah.
It is called The Man No One Believed. The Untold Stories of the Georgia Church. Which just came out. I actually had an advanced copy of it. Don't ask.
Wait, what?
I had it before it came out.
Okay. Surprised you're not like showing it.
It's downstairs. But it's a really good read.
Is there pictures?
No.
Oh.
No. It's actually, what I liked about it is, you know how like a lot of these like books that tell a story or like,
Yeah.
recounting it, they're really dry.
Yeah.
And they can get really boring. He could tell a story.
Hmm.
He knew how to tell a story.
Well, I mean, he was a reporter,
Right.
so.
But he knew how to tell that story well. And it kept you interested. And the detail he had. And everything. And the guy who originally was investigating, who felt bad that he couldn't get the guy,
Right.
cried when he heard that Dennis Perry was let out of jail because he knew he was innocent. Because he had cleared him in 1988. And kept telling everybody it was plot. But no one wanted to listen to him. So, yes. And also that sheriff lost the next election.
So the family tree stopped with him.
Yes.
Well, the family succession. I should
Well,
say.
yeah, that, and they found out he was using money, and the local prisoners that could be custodians of like the town and do stuff around the town, whatever, keep them occupied and busy. He was using them to build him stuff and help his one of his rich friends build a mansion and all this stuff.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So abuse of power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was a reporter that brought him down, too. Because apparently...
Was it the same one?
No, it was a different one.
Oh,
because
okay.
those reporters don't care about... Investigative reporters don't care if there's a sign that says keep out.
No, they don't.
That just means, ooh,
Ooh, I'm
take a
welcomed
look.
here. Yeah.
And that's what happened. So it was like a briefer? Twofer? I don't know. It was like they got multiple people on multiple things with one. It ballooned into this whole thing. Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
It's a lot to take in on that.
Yeah. And what gets me is normally you would think down south in these situations it would be a black person that they would wrongfully convict.
Yeah.
No, they picked a white person.
Well, it was a black town.
It was a white sheriff.
Maybe he was racist.
He didn't like black people. He was forced to hire a black deputy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just thought that was really interesting that he was framed, all that stuff. Spent 21 years behind bars. Oh, that's one thing I didn't look up. I want to see if he got a settlement.
He
got married when he was in jail, too. A lady started writing, I can't remember exactly how it happened, but she got in contact with him and believed he was innocent.
Yeah.
And it turned into she would go and visit him, and then they finally got married. Even though she's like, I'll probably never see him outside the court, whatever. Yep, no. She had to show him everything that had changed in the 21 years he was behind. There's a lot of stuff that changed.
I was going to ask about that. How, I know it's not a big deal, but it's like, what was his take on, let's just use this as an example, like the iPhone?
He was shocked with everything. Like, you got to remember it. Let's see. He was...
No, I know, yeah.
No.
It was 81 years, so it was 85 to, 2021?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, 88 to 20.
88, okay.
So...
But yeah, I mean, it's like you have all of that technology that literally just happened.
Let's see. Okay, so... Seems like a joke to me, but oh well. 1.2 million.
This is nothing. I mean, wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow. I was just gonna be like for 21 years. Yeah.
That's it's a lot.
Hell, give me $1 million a year.
Like it should have been,
or like give me $2 million a year.
It should have been a lot more, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think he just cares about being out.
I would.
And really, that's about it. He just wanted to be out. It's let's see if he has a reaction to it.
Don't you just love? Well, I don't know how. I'm gonna find a nicer way to say this. Don't you just? I'm just gonna say. Don't you just love being in this time frame?
Yeah.
And not in the 80s where we actually have the technology to do all this, and we don't have to wait essentially 40 years. Because I know that didn't this happen to like 2 other people as well, where they were, like where a mole.
Like a lot of these innocent projects are finding that. Oops.
Yeah.
It's not an oops. If you're putting somebody in jail
wrongfully,
there's
you're not,
no oops.
No, you're not doing an investigation correctly.
You skipped some day in your police academy.
Yeah.
You must have missed the whole due process class, or the handling of evidence, or the understanding of evidence, or if evidence points one way, don't walk the other way.
Exactly.
Like, it's hard for me to understand how people can wrongfully just throw somebody in jail when everything and anything is saying they didn't do it.
Yeah.
But there's this fraction of 0.5% that's like,
saying that they did.
oh, they might have done it. Not even that they did it.
Yeah.
They
Might have done it.
have done it. And they're like, oh, well, we like him for it. We're just tired of looking for somebody else. Let's put him in jail. And I want to see let's see how many wrongful convictions have been overturned let's go since 1985.
Yeah, let's go see that. And who knows, we might cover a couple or one or two of them. How not to what? Something about the devil? What are you looking up on your...
These are how many wrote the Bible?
Are you sure? Sounds like that's something you would search. How many convictions per year? That sounds more like you. But what do I know? I was gonna say joking. How many?
Since 1989, over 3,600 wrongful convictions overturned in the United States. Wow.
Okay.
The National Registry of Exoneration started tracking data in 1989, so that's why it said from 1989. So I think that's when a lot of these innocence projects started. The total time these individuals have spent in prison is over 34,000 years.
I can't think of that.
Oh, here's the exact number. As of June 2025, the NRE, the National Registry of Exonerations, lists a total of 3,696 exonerations.
Wow.
Which exoneration is different than just, saying, pleading out and changing the charge because you can't get the whole thing. Exoneration literally means they're going, yeah, we made a mistake. They didn't do it.
We effed up.
So almost 4,000 oops. That's like a really...
I don't think that's an oops.
That's a really big oops.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's they have a Wikipedia list of wrongful convictions. Yeah, that's going to take up like 4 days to read. So they're saying 200 of them have been in California.
I'm surprised there's that little.
Costing these convicted more than 1,300 years of freedom and taxpayers $129 million. Because I'm sorry, I don't usually agree with people getting paid out for stupid stuff, but if you're thrown in jail,
wrongfully different.
Convicted, and you have to sit there and lose the majority of your life, the state better be paying.
Oh yeah,
They better be paying out their teeth.
Yeah.
Because, I'm sorry, what are you supposed to do when you get out?
You have no more skills. You have nothing.
Even if you had a skill when you went in, chances are everything has changed with that skill. Even if it was carpentry or welding, everything's changed. Everything's different. Nothing's, as simple as it used to. But it's just...
The welding makes sense now, though. With the other guy.
Yeah. But yeah, so I might have to look into a few of these. Oh, let me just go rip. We might just find something that from the Innocence Project. We'll find a couple of here.
All right. Yeah.
Go over them and do them because there looks like there's some good ones here. I like the ones from like the 80s, the 70s when everything was like up for grabs, like convictions, and then everybody's like, "Wow, were you drinking on the job or high on the job, and you just didn't see this because it's plain as day to me." So with that,
I don't know. I'd be happy or sad now.
well, the right guy's out of jail. He's living with his wife.
How
They have
old's
a
his
house.
wife?
What?
How old is his wife?
They're the same age.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh,
That was fun.
what happened there?
I don't know.
We lost internet.
Do we?
That was
I
interesting.
still have it right here. Brenda Perry.
That was what was. No one likes us talking about him. Ew. But yeah, all right.
So yeah.
So they're the same age. All right, that's a lot better than I was expecting.
Oh yeah.
I was expecting like a 22-year-old,
no,
like a Manson situation where it was.
No. It was she was the same age.
Okay.
She had been previously married, so he never had kids because never married.
Yeah.
But he has stepkids, so they all like him.
That's good.
So, especially after finding out he didn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really do that. But yeah. There she is.
Oh, okay. So, but alrighty.
All right. Well, thank you again for tuning in to this episode of Unlicensed Text. Remember, anything we say and do here should not be taken at face value unless it has been otherwise. Yeah, I got nothing.
Don't talk to cops.
Yeah.
Unless they are personalities on the internet, then you're fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, or if you're playing a role in a TV or movie.
You still don't talk to them.
That's true. You don't usually. All right.
That was all sarcasm.
It was.
Yeah.
Always talk.
Very dry
Always
sarcasm.
snitch on everybody.
No, don't do that.
Oh.
No.
Snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I've lived my life too.
Make me want to take Tylenol.
I think you already did. That test
No, that
proved
would
it.
be
The test proved it.
That would be technically my mother, not me.
Oh, okay. Well, your mom took Tylenol.
Even though she told me she didn't. Yes, it is.
Anyway. Peace.